And I'd like to open this meeting officially with a Pledge of Allegiance. You join us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'd like to officially call this Board of County Commissioners meeting opened at 10 a.m. The call to order, and we'll start right with the Item number B, approval of regular session minutes of 1/28/2009. I know each of you have seen those minutes and had a chance to review them. Do I have a motion to approve them?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Any conversation or discussion? Judy?
Mrs. Corcoran?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Yes. I am going to change the order of operation here in the agenda and skip for the moment the proclamation and designation for Chaplain Sunday. We're waiting on the arrival of Frank Morrow. And move immediately to item D for public participation. Is there anybody here this morning that would like to participate in this meeting as a member of the public? If so, by all means, approach the podium, state your name and your address, and we will proceed. Seeing none, I will close the portion of public participation and move to the consent agenda. A consent agenda has been prepared, Commissioners, for you to take a look at. For your consideration, are there any items that need to be removed for further conversation or discussion for this board? Then I'll ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda as provided.
So moved.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any conversation or discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mrs. Corcoran?
Yes.
Mr. Painter?
Yes. We will move on to the non-consent. In fact, hold on just a second. We will not move. We will go back to item C. Your entrance was completely timely. We have a proclamation designation of for Chaplain Sunday here in Clermont County. And Mr. Morrow, if you would be so kind as to accept this. Commissioners, go to the podium.
The chaplain of the American Legion was supposed to be here, but
It's okay. That's okay. A proclamation this morning for Chaplain Sunday, February 3rd, 2019. Whereas the Clermont County Council of American Legion, as part of their Service to God and Country program, has requested that the Board of Clermont County Commissioners assist them in their endeavors. And whereas February 3rd, 2019 will mark the 76th anniversary of the sinking of the troop ship Dorchester by the enemies in the waters of the North Atlantic, and which carried to their deaths 4 chaplains of 3 faiths who stood united in prayer as the ship went down. And whereas it is fitting at a time when freedom of the world is still being challenged, that the citizens of Clermont County, Ohio should give special recognition to the memory of those who sacrificed their lives for the cause of freedom. And whereas the heroic deed of the 4 chaplains and their combined act of supreme devotion and sacrifice for American liberty and their love for mankind will be an inspiring and shining example of real brotherhood for all time and to all people of the world. And whereas we must see to it that their ultimate act of devotion in the cause of human freedom and the justice for all shall not have been made in vain. Now therefore, let it be resolved that we, the Clermont County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim Sunday, February 3rd, 2019, to be observed as For Chaplain Sunday, and call upon all citizens to commemorate the date with appropriate observances and prayers in their homes and houses of worship, and further, that consideration be given to attending the special services to be planned and conducted by the American Legion, to be held at the Goshen United Methodist Church, located at 6710 Goshen Road, Goshen, Ohio, 45122, starting at 10:30 a.m. to honor the spirit of these American heroes. And it's signed by David L. Painter, President, Edwin Humphrey, Vice President, and Claire Corcoran, Member, Clermont County Board of Commissioners. Frank Morrow, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your dedication to the Veterans Administration here in Clermont County, and please accept this for Chaplain Sunday
Thank you very much.
proclamation.
Appreciate
Thank you.
it.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
Podium's yours.
Sure, thank you very much. I appreciate your patience with me today. I am the only one in the office over there. And
It's a cold morning.
it is a cold morning. It is a very cold morning. If you have not seen this or been to one of these four chaplain ceremonies, I urge you to attend. It's an amazing story, and an amazing service that they give for the four chaplains every year that the American Legion puts on. It's a very worthwhile event, and it's kind of humbling and brings you back to earth a little bit. So please, if you get a chance, come to the church up at Goshen. I appreciate it.
We're from the church.
You're from the church.
Absolutely.
All right.
So with that, since you are here from that church, how about we take a picture here with the.
We'll put you in there.
We'll have to get in there kind of close. You might want to turn a little sideways.
Probably didn't help with me. Turn side.
1, 2, 3, and I'll do one with the flash. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you guys for
Nice
listening.
seeing you guys.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. It's good to see you.
Seeing you guys.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Make sure you made it okay.
Yep, thank you. We're each waiting for each other.
We will move on to the non-consent agenda, which starts on page 3. Item number 4. Recommendation that the Board of County Commissioners adopt resolution number 009-19 resolving to approve payment to vendors in the amount of $1,963,041.97 as set forth in the BCC approval invoice report for the checks dated January 30th. BCC direct paid invoices, vendor invoice lists, items paid by fund and check, date range report, and procurement card transaction report presented by the county auditor on 1/28/2019, and further authorizing the auditor to issue warrants for the same pursuant to 319.16 of the Ohio Revised Code. Do I have a motion for approval?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Been moved and second. Any conversation or discussion? Roll call.
Mrs. Corcoran.
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. Item number 5.
Good morning, I'm Lyle Bloom, Director with the Clermont County Water Resource Department, and item 5 is a recommendation to authorize David L. Painter, President of the Board of County Commissioners, to execute change order number 1 to the contract with Smith Corp. Incorporated out of Cincinnati, Ohio, which was previously ratified by the Board on December 14th, 2016. And this is relative to the Plum Street Water Petition Project located in Goshen Township and represents an increase in the amount of $8,901 for a total adjusted contract price to date of $70,000, as well as a non-compensable extension of time of 60 calendar days for the completion and for a revised contract completion date of April 25th, 2017. This is for additions, deletions, or modifications to the contract as defined therein and contingent upon the release of the purchase order. So this includes quantity adjustments, an additional fire hydrant, and then we had some differing site conditions. The contractor encountered a bury pit when they were installing the water main and some additional rock excavation.
Okay. Board, you've heard the reading of item number 5. Do I have a motion?
Yes. So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Been moved and seconded. Any further conversation or discussion? Roll call, Judy.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mrs. Corcoran.
Yes.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. Thanks, all. Item number 6.
Item number 6 is a recommendation to authorize David L. Painter, President of the Board of County Commissioners, to execute change order number 1 to the contract with Howell Contractors Incorporated, Kentucky, which was previously ratified by the board on January 31st, 2018, and this is relative to the Bethel Area Sewer Replacement Project located in the village of Bethel, and represents a decrease in the amount of $36,078.11 for a total adjusted contract price to date of $1,492,073.89, as well as a reduction of time of 102 calendar days for the completion and revised contract completion date of November 1st, 2018 for additions, deletions, or modifications to the contract. So again, this is quantity adjustments. We had to do some manhole adjustments as well, recourse some of the manholes to correct invert elevations, and then the contractor got done well ahead of schedule, so.
That's a good thing to hear. Do I have a motion for item number 6?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any further conversation or discussion? How did the project go for Bethel?
It was a great success as far as I'm concerned. I was not aware of any issues during the project. Usually we'll get phone calls from customers if they have issues with restoration, but I've not received any calls from anyone, so it was a successful project. We're going to be starting phase 2 shortly to finish the rest of it. We had some issues getting easements on the second portion of it, so we bid that out first, and then we'll be bidding out the next part.
Okay. Thanks, Lyle. Any further conversation? Roll call, please, Judy.
Mrs. Corcoran.
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. Item number 7. Thanks, Lyle.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Joe Palmer, Clermont County Jail Administrator. On the recommendation of R. Stephen Leahy, County Sheriff, with the concurrence of Thomas J. Agel, County Administrator, to execute Amendment Number 7 to extend the agreement with Southern Health Partners, 2030 Hamilton Place, Suite 140, Chattanooga, Tennessee, 37421, previously ratified by the Board of County Commissioners on 7/26/05 and subsequently extended on the aforementioned date for the provision of inmate health care services at the Clermont County Jail for an additional 1-year term effective 2/1/2019 through 01/31/2020 at a cost of $826,064.52, with all other terms and conditions of the original agreement and amendments thereto to remain in full force and effect, and contingent upon the release of the purchase order required therefore in concert with requisition number 00001242-00 dated 01/03/2019 relative thereto.
Board, you've heard the reading of item number 7, the recommendation of Sheriff Leahy. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
Been moved and second. Any further conversation or discussion? Joe, this moves us 1 year down the road, and then we're going to take a look at this contract again for healthcare services. Is that where we're going to be?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem.
I would note, in talking with Suki, there is a savings to the county of $16,500, which is not only a savings, but we have the ability to cover any additional inmate cost now. And needless to say, both the sheriff, myself, staff, we are very happy with the services provided by Southern Health Partners.
Okay, thank you. Any further discussion?
No.
Judy?
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mrs. Corcoran.
Yes.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. Item number 8. Thanks, Joe.
Morning.
Morning.
Mary Raines from OMB. Item number 8 is a request to increase the annual appropriations for 2019 and authorize the auditor to record it in the general ledger. It's $28,400 into the Domestic Relations Special Project Fund for magistrate salaries and $4,800 into that fund for the fringe benefits. And what this is going to accomplish is, in general fund, we budgeted for a part-time magistrate to be restored this year. They're going to have some personnel changes this year over the course of the year, so they've reshuffled, and they're going to make a chief magistrate full-time position. And so for 2019, they're going to use their special project funds to cover the difference in the salaries. Next year, it should all settle down into their normal budget.
You've heard the reading of item number 8. Do I have a motion?
Make that motion.
Second?
Been moved and seconded. Any further conversation or discussion? Roll call, Judy.
Mrs. Corcoran.
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have come,
Do we have,
we do? We've come to the end of our agenda there. I understand that there are add-ons. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Board, do you have both of those add-ons there at your desk? Okay. I am, one of those add-ons is for the Board of County Commissioners to employ outside legal counsel. The other one is for Clermont County Water Resources. I would like to add these two items to the agenda. I am looking for a motion that it will allow me to add them to the agenda. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'm,
I'll
second.
It's been moved and second. Any further conversation or discussion?
Yeah.
Okay.
The employment of outside counsel, I don't think we're ready. I'm not ready to vote on that, so I would like to table that until next week, Wednesday, at least.
Okay.
I'm prepared.
You're prepared?
Move forward.
I'm prepared.
Okay.
Roll call, please, Judy.
Mrs. Corcoran.
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. 2 items have been added. We will treat them one at a time. The first item is a proposed add-on for regular session today, Clermont County Water Resources Department to extend the expiration date for the disposition of bids received. Lyle, can you speak to this add-on? Thank you.
This is a recommendation to approve the request to extend the expiration date of the disposition of bids which were received on December 6, 2018, relative to the abandoned wastewater treatment plant filter and clarifier improvement project located in Goshen Township for an additional 30 days from Tuesday, February 5, 2019 until Wednesday, March 6, 2019, pursuant to and in compliance with Section 153.12 of the Ohio Revised Code to provide additional time to review the contract documents relative thereto. We have 60 days from the bid opening to award contracts in accordance with Ohio Revised Code. We did get approval from the apparent low bidder to extend the disposition of bids, and that apparent low bidder is Dugan and Myers, so we're working on getting those contract documents together. We anticipate having the recommendation to award and execute those contracts within the 30-day period.
You've heard the reading of the add-on, and I'd entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
I'll second.
Been moved and second. Any further conversation or discussion?
None.
Judy?
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mrs. Corcoran.
Yes.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. The second add-on that we have, Tom, would you like to, do you have that one there in front of you? Okay.
Board of County Commissioners resolved to employ Mark Landis with the law firm of Isaac, Wiles, Burkholder, and Teeter out of Columbus, Ohio, as outside legal counsel to represent the Board of County Commissioners in its official capacity and to advise it on legal matters on an annual basis during calendar year 2019, in and as it relates to Chapter 149 of the Ohio Revised Code entitled Documents, Reports, and Records, with the total compensation to be paid during calendar year 2019 for the aforestated representation and services not to exceed the total annual compensation of the Clermont County Prosecuting Attorney, pursuant to and in compliance with Section 30909C of the Ohio Revised Code.
You've heard the reading of the motion. The reading of the of the resolution. Do I have a motion for approval?
I will make that motion.
Second. Any further conversation, discussion?
Has anyone discussed this with the prosecuting attorney?
They have.
Okay, and he's,
And a joint petition was requested.
and do we have a joint petition?
We do not.
Okay,
It was denied.
okay. So we can move forward without a joint petition?
We
Is that
can.
true? Okay.
Any further conversation, discussion? Roll call?
Mrs. Corcoran.
Yes.
Mr. Painter.
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Any further business to become before the Board of Clermont County Commissioners? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
We have executive session.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't see that.
And-
We'll move to item G.
Yes, sir, and I was informed we no longer need G3, so this would be pursuant to Section 121-22G2 of the Ohio Revised Code to consider the sale of property at competitive bidding.
Okay. Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
So the prosecuting attorney is not going to talk to us today?
No, sir.
Okay.
I will make a motion to go into executive session, eliminating item, what was it, G3 we took off there?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second?
It's been moved and second. Roll call?
Mrs. Corcoran.
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. We have moved into executive session, and we will return. We have returned from executive session. There were no decisions made, and we have reached the point of our agenda where we are ready to adjourn. Unless there are further discussions to come before the board?
Yes, sir.
None here?
None.
Then I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
A second?
It's been moved and seconded. Judy, roll call.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mrs. Corcoran.
Yes.
Mr. Painter.
Yes. Thank you for attending today. We stand in adjournment. Regular session on January the 30th, 2019. And we will see you next week. Thank you.